Hello everyone, it's Michael Foyle for the City Music Foundation Spotify playlist. Well, I think choosing an hour of music is a very difficult task for any musician. Where to begin? For that reason I kept putting mine off until the very last minute, but that did get my mind thinking about music that depicts doing things at the last minute. And so we start with a very exciting moment from Sergei Prokofiev's ballet Cinderella, the midnight section in a dramatic recording with the London Symphony Orchestra under Andrei Previn. And from there directly to Andrei Previn at the jazz piano, for which he's equally known, playing his version of Just in Time. From there to a very flighty little number from Mozart's Major Figaro, Act 1, one of my favorite arias of Cherubino, and then to two pieces that I think really depict the ephemerality of time very well, played by my fellow City Music Foundation artists. So we have first Joanna Prodanova and Mikhail Tovoy in Fauré's Papillon, and then Dinara Clinton playing Liszt's Foyle. Well, this being 2020, we can't not include the birthday boy Ludwig van Beethoven in his 250th anniversary. He very well known for being able to depict time in its most dramatic sense and fate. But I think equally brilliantly he can depict a sense of timelessness where everything stops still. One doesn't sense the bar lines passing or the clock ticking in any sense. And I think one of the great examples of that is the Cavatina from his late Opus 130 string quartet. Where to go from there? Very difficult. But then I thought about Beim Schlafengehen, one of the Vier letzte Lieder from Richard Strauss, the last piece that he wrote, and after a very long and interesting life in which he saw the unification of Germany at the beginning all the way through to the end of the Second World War, and I think a musical depiction of the passage of from time into eternity as good as any that has ever been written. From there to another truly eternal composer, I think we can say Johann Sebastian Bach. The Contrapunctus 14 from the Art of the Fugue, a wonderfully interesting piece which suddenly stops halfway through. Perhaps the last thing that he wrote, it's puzzled musicologists for centuries, but the sudden abrupt ending halfway through the phrase provides a sort of natural space for us in our playlist for the next composer, for whom 2020 will also be a very historic year for sad reasons. He passed away in the spring, and that's Krzysztof Penderecki, one of the great composers of the 20th century. This is a little piece that you probably won't know. It hasn't been recorded very often at all. It's his 3 miniatures for violin and piano. It's something I put on disc with Maxim Shura at the piano. Very avant-garde, very short, but packed with extended techniques and thrilling to play, and almost sounds like an improvisation. And so from there we go to indeed one of the great improvisations that I think has ever been put on record, and that's the wonderful saxophonist Coleman Hawkins and Body and Soul. Almost at the end, then to a recording and a work of, I think we can also say, real timelessness. It's Stern and Tortelier and Casals, among others, playing the slow movement of Schubert's String Quintet. And then to finish, L'Apothéose, Le Jardin Féerique, the fairy garden apotheosis from Ravel's La Mer de Loi under Pierre Monteux. So we start and we end with a fairy tale, but the music in between is never mechanical, never too earthy or banal, despite its depiction of real nature and real life. And the sense of time and timelessness, I hope, makes for a nice playlist. So thank you for listening, and I hope you'll enjoy the music.